Hello, my name is Disbeth Hakis, and for this week we were asked to read a reading that was titled Engaging International Relations and World Politics. Now, this reading, you can mainly pull it off into three main topics, or actually, there was three main topics that we need to talk about, which is globalization, that was the first one, actors is the second one, and the third one would be security, economy, and identity, which is ourselves. So we can start off with globalization. Globalization is like a huge part of us right now because it's increasing tremendously as the days go by. Some people have the good view of it, other people may have the bad view on it. For example, it has great gains for human welfare. It allows interaction among ourselves, and it gives us liberties that many of us enjoy. Some people can point out the bad stuff or the downside to it, which is environmental degradation, which we see every day, cutting down trees, just using what we have in the environment for bad use instead of trying to make it growing more trees, just having more of that environmental stuff that we really need, but it's downgrading, which is not good. We also have labor exploitation, the rapid spread of viruses and other diseases across the national borders, and the transnational reach of criminal and terrorist groups, which we see on the news pretty much every day. Not a good thing. So globalization, you can kind of put on a scale and see that it brings a lot to us, but it can also just put us down, in other areas that are a big concern. What is globalization? Globalization refers to the continual increase in worldwide economic, social, and cultural interactions. How does it impact economically? Well, it pretty much allows us to move across the globe, like to have that communication between us, either, well, in this case, economically. So it allows us to import and export, and that's obviously a benefit of economic utility for us and for many people around the world and other countries. Just shipping, this could be you can ship through boats, you can ship through airplanes. It doesn't matter. Just the fact you can ship and sell your stuff and buy your stuff from other countries, I guess. How does it impact socially? Well, this is easy. It has facilities that are virtually instantaneous, such as cable news, broadcasting companies, just everything you can see like on instantaneous moment, like lifetime, I guess. It's happening here and you can know about it in that same moment. But there's also a more personal level, which is Facebook, Skype, and smartphone applications like FaceTiming. This can allow us to have a friendship, you being in Latin America and you can have a friend in China, and it's okay because you guys can keep that communication in life moment. You can send letters, you can have phone calls. It just allows you to have pretty much a relationship with anyone, anywhere in the world. That's how it impacts socially. Culturally, well, this is like the exposure that allows the possibility that people of different backgrounds can see what they have in common as much as what makes them different. There's a little concern on that one, since such global access can distress parents, ethnic and religious leaders, and governments worry about what's called a cultural pollution and the allergy that affects on foreign values, meaning people can literally be and do whatever they want now. It's not so much of someone imposing maybe like a religious or an ethnic or something on you. You pretty much can pick whatever you want now because you have that access, and it's fair, but it also brings like a much wider view, as in your cultural preferences. In this case, it could be like your religion, your music taste, the food, just everything that you can see now, not just what you have in your area. There's four main actors, which is the states, international organizations, non-governmental organizations, and individuals. The states is pretty much it's just trying to take the lead in attempting to defend the physical security of the population, ensuring the economic welfare of its citizens, providing focus for the loyalty and identity that it claims in its sovereignty. So, the leaders pretty much just try to present or exercise authority over all the persons within the state's territory and claim the right to autonomy internationally. There's many states in the world, so it's just depending on where you're at. You get someone that governs and pretty much speaks for you out there internationally. There's international organizations. I'm just going to name 3 of the most popular ones, which is the United Nations, European Union, and the North Atlantic Treaty Organization. These have the main key or the role to pretty much have like the basic values for us, and it's something we have to take seriously because they're the ones that maintain us with that focus internationally, and to be able to like have those set those norms and those boundaries where we can all comply on as the world, not just as a state or as an individual. They keep us together. That's what I mean to say. There's also non-governmental organizations, private sectors. There's transnational ones, humanitarian ones, and non-state armed groups. These have nothing to do with the government. It's just an individual trying to help out in a different way. And they create these, to make the world a better place. Individuals, that's just us as a human being. There's many individuals in the world that apport to this, just you as a person. And then there's security, economy, and identity. Security is the basic survival and protection of a state, but can also refer to individuals. The economy is the production, distribution, and the consumption of goods and services. While conventionally focusing on the state, it can also be applied to the economic well-being of individuals. And last but not least, the identify part, which consists of the answer to the question, who am I? This can be associated with the state, religion, ethnicity, and have political implications. Identify just pretty much you identifying who you are in this whole big puzzle, And that would be pretty much it. These were the 3 main parts that you need, that were like the focus in this reading. So that would be all for my part. Hope you guys have a nice day.